Barry Ferguson has offered a fresh perspective on the growing uncertainty surrounding Nicolas Raskin's future at Rangers. With speculation already building ahead of the winter window, the former Ibrox captain has stepped in to share his view on how the club should handle the midfielder's situation. His remarks add a new layer to an ongoing debate that could shape Rangers' plans, both for the second half of the season and beyond. Let's break this down in today's video, along with all the other Rangers news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Barry Ferguson has made his stance clear. Rangers should resist any temptation to cash in on Nicolas Raskin when the winter window opens. Despite the Belgian midfielder entering the final 18 months of his deal by January, the former Ibrox captain believes moving him on mid-season would be counterproductive for a squad still trying to claw its way back into the William Hill Premiership title race. Raskin attracted interest during the summer but ultimately stayed put, and Ferguson feels that decision should hold firm through the New Year period. With Danny Rowe determined to close the gap at the top, the 24-year-old remains a player capable of altering the team's trajectory in the months ahead. His energy, ball-winning ability, and influence in transitions have become increasingly important, particularly as Rangers look for consistency in performances and results. Ferguson sees another dimension to the argument as well. With Belgium expected to feature Raskin at the 2026 World Cup, the former midfielder believes Rangers could be rewarded both on and off the pitch by keeping him until next summer. Reflecting on the situation, he wrote on the 21st of November that it would make more sense to keep him, let him go, and play at the World Cup with Belgium, and then go to the market. If he stars on the biggest stage of all and attracts a lot of interest, then Rangers might end up getting even more money for him, as well as an extra 6 months on the pitch. That logic is difficult to ignore. Raskin has already shown his quality during recent international breaks, and a strong tournament in North America could place him firmly in the sights of major clubs across Europe. Tottenham are reportedly one of the sides monitoring his progress, and more are expected to join the queue if his trajectory continues. For Rangers, that scenario represents both a significant financial upside and the opportunity for supporters to watch him contribute for a further spell before what increasingly looks like an inevitable exit next summer. At the same time, planning for the future is underway. David Watson, the highly rated Kilmarnock midfielder, has been linked with a move to Rangers as his contract at Rugby Park enters its final months. With 3 goals and an assist across 12 league matches this season, and the versatility to operate in multiple central roles, the Scotland under-21 international is emerging as a realistic long-term option. A pre-contract agreement could be explored, particularly given his potential resale value and suitability to the style role is implementing. Strengthening the Scottish core of the midfield also fits the club's wider strategic approach, especially with Connor Barron and Lyle Cameron already settling into life in the engine room. Adding Watson to that blend would offer depth, balance, and a clearer identity moving into next season. For now, though, the focus remains on Raskin, a player Ferguson believes still has a crucial part to play. And with a title race to reignite and a World Cup on the horizon, Rangers may find that patience pays off far more than an early sale ever could. In other news, Rangers appear to be moving early in their efforts to reshape the squad ahead of the January transfer window, with Kazakhstan winger Galimjan Kenshabek emerging as the latest potential recruit linked with a switch to Rangers. After a summer that saw sweeping change but limited reward, the club's hierarchy is already under pressure to ensure that the next wave of arrivals brings more substance than speculation. The 2025-26 window was one of the busiest in recent Rangers history, with 14 new faces added to the squad. Yet the volume of business has not translated into the expected impact on the pitch. Other than the bright contributions of JD Gassama and Jayden Magoma, several summer signings have struggled, and supporters have grown increasingly concerned about the direction of the club's recruitment. As one insider view put it, doubts have been cast over the quality of the summer signings, and the strategy of bringing in young players hasn't been fruitful so far. That scrutiny has inevitably fallen on Rangers chief Kevin Thelwell, whose transfer strategy has been described as poor recruitment in the summer window by frustrated voices around the club. Thelwell now appears intent on correcting the missteps, with talks reportedly underway for Kenzebek, a player who has quickly risen to prominence in his homeland. Breaking through with FC Yelemay, the 22-year-old has been in electric form this season, and reports from AS News in Kazakhstan claim Rangers have open talks with the winger over a January move. Competition for his signature is already fierce. Dundee United are said to have tabled an offer, while clubs across Europe, spanning 8 different countries, are monitoring him closely. His breakout moment came on October 10th when he delivered 2 goals and an assist in Kazakhstan's 4-0 win over Liechtenstein, a performance that signalled his emergence on the international stage. While his goal-scoring record remains modest, he is widely seen as a rising talent with high potential, and the volume of interest surrounding him reflects that. For Rangers, however, the appeal cannot simply be based on future promise. Protecting long-term value is important, but supporters have been left weary by signings that seem geared more toward development than immediate impact. The club cannot afford another situation akin to the Oscar Cortez saga. After spending 2 seasons on loan at Ibrox between 2023 and 2025, Cortez joined permanently for £4.5 million, only to be sent straight on loan to Sporting Gijón. Ali McCoist was among those to criticise the move, with the club legend questioning why a 21-year-old signed at significant expense was deemed surplus to requirements so quickly. The Cortez episode has become symbolic of what many now view as deeper failings within the recruitment department. As some have put it bluntly, the decision to loan out Cortez highlights the ineptitude of the recruitment in G51. It is a reminder of how harmful misjudged transfers can be, not merely in financial terms, but in eroding trust among supporters who expect clearer forward planning. With Kenji back, Rangers have an opportunity to show that lessons have been learned. The winger is attracting credible interest, carries growing pedigree, and fits the profile of a player who could develop rapidly in the right environment. But this time the onus is firmly on Thelwell and his team to ensure that any deal brings immediate value rather than another long-term gamble. As one source close to the situation remarked, there has to be a change in how players are identified as good signings when they clearly aren't. The next steps taken in this pursuit may offer the clearest indication yet of whether that shift is finally underway. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We post all the latest Rangers news every single day, so join our fast growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.